Tori Roloff just posted on all her social media platforms that Tori and Zach Roloff have sold their house. The house is priced at $3.2 million. But why did they sell their house? What happened to them? Because Tori's baby is very sick, that's why they need a lot of money, that's why they sold their house. And Karen Chandler pregnancy problem. Amy Roloff is deciding to live a new life. Little people, big world, you're probably just as shocked as I am about the latest news surrounding the Roloff family. Today, we're diving into two big stories. Tori and Zach Roloff's recent house sale revealed to have closed at a jaw-dropping $3.2 million, and the surprising split between Matt Roloff and his fiancée, Karen Chandler. There's a lot to unpack, so grab a snack, get comfy, and let's talk about what's been going on with this beloved reality TV family. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any updates. Let's get started. First up, let's talk about Tori and Zach Roloff. These two have been a fan-favorite couple on Little People, Big World for years, and their journey has always felt so relatable, raising their three adorable kids, Jackson, Lila, and Josiah, while navigating life's ups and downs. But recently, there's been a lot of buzz about their big move and the sale of their home. So, what's the deal? Back in 2021, Tori and Zach made headlines when they announced they were leaving their cozy Portland, Oregon home and moving to Battleground, Washington. Fans were surprised because the couple had always been so tied to Roloff Farms, the iconic Oregon property featured on the show. But after failed negotiations with Zach's dad, Matt Roloff, to buy a portion of the farm, they decided to start fresh somewhere new. That's when they bought their dream home in Battleground, a stunning 3,353 square foot house on a 2-acre lot for $944,000. That Washington home was perfect for their family. It had 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, an open-concept kitchen, ideal for Zach, who has achondroplasia dwarfism, because it didn't have a lot of tall cabinetry, and a big backyard where their kids could play. Tori even gushed about the dream kitchen and how move-in ready it was. They settled in, hosted Friendsgiving, and seemed to be loving their new chapter. So why did they sell it? Fast forward to 2025, and rumors started swirling that Tori and Zach had put their Battleground home on the market. Now, here's where things get interesting. According to some sources, their house sold for a whopping $3.2 million. That's a massive jump from the $944,000 they paid just a few years ago. But hold on, there's some conflicting information out there. Claim the sale price was $1.5 million. So, which is it? Okay, let's clear this up. The $3.2 million figure has been floating around online, but I couldn't find any verified real estate records or official statements from Tori or Zach confirming that exact amount. The $1.5 million price tag also comes from unverified sources, so we have to take both with a grain of salt. What we know is that the housing market in Washington has been hot, and Battleground is a desirable area. A 3,000 square foot home on 2 acres could absolutely fetch a high price, especially with upgrades or a competitive market. But until we get confirmation from the Roloffs or a trusted outlet, we're left with speculation. What's more telling is why they might have sold their home. On their podcast, Raising Heights, Tori and Zach have been open about wanting to simplify their lives after leaving Little People, Big World in 2024. They've talked about focusing on their family, their kids' privacy, and new adventures. Selling their house could be part of that. Maybe they are downsizing, relocating for a fresh start, or even investing in a new property. Some fans are speculating they might be moving closer to family or chasing a new business opportunity. One thing's for sure, Tori and Zach are all about their kids. They've been super vocal about setting boundaries, especially when it comes to filming their children for reality TV. So, if selling their home means more stability or privacy for Jackson, Lila, and Josiah, I'm betting that's a big part of their decision. Plus, with the housing market being what it is, they could have made a nice profit to fund their next chapter. What do you think they are planning? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Now, let's talk about the emotional weight of this move. Selling a home isn't just about dollars and cents, it's about memories. Tori and Zach brought their youngest son, Josiah, home to that Battleground house. They celebrated holidays there, watched their kids grow, and built a life away from the drama of Roloff Farms. So, saying goodbye to that space must have been bittersweet. Tori's always been super open on social media, sharing glimpses of their life with fans. In one post, she called their Portland home cozy and full of love when they left it in 2021. I'm sure the Washington house held just as many special moments. But if you've followed the Roloffs, you know they've been through a lot. especially when it comes to family dynamics and the farm. The decision to move to Washington in the first place came after a rough patch with Zach's dad, Matt. If you watched season 22 of *LPBW*, you saw the tension when Zach and Matt couldn't agree on a deal for Zach to buy part of Roloff Farms. Zach felt like Matt was being unreasonable, while Matt said Zach came in with demands instead of negotiating. It got messy, and Tori and Zach ultimately walked away, choosing to start over in Washington. That move was about creating distance and focusing on their own family's happiness. So, when I heard about the house sale, I couldn't help but wonder if it's tied to their desire to keep moving forward. Maybe they are putting the past, including the farm drama, behind them for good. Or maybe it's just a practical choice, like capitalizing on a hot real estate market. Either way, Tori and Zach seem to be in a good place. On their podcast, they've been all about gratitude and focusing on what matters most. I'm rooting for them, and I know a lot of you are too. Okay, now let's dive into the second big story, Matt Roloff and Karen Chandler's breakup. If you've been following *Little People, Big World*, you know Matt and Karen have been together for years, even getting engaged in 2023. So, hearing that they've called it quits is a huge shock. Let's break down what we know. Matt and Karen's relationship started back in 2017, after Matt's divorce from Amy Roloff in 2016. Karen was actually Matt's assistant at Roloff Farms before they got together, which stirred up some controversy, especially with Amy, who later claimed their relationship might have started before the divorce was finalized. But despite the drama, Matt and Karen seemed solid. They got engaged in April 2023, and Matt even built a $1.4 million dream home for them on the farm. Fans thought a wedding was right around the corner. But in 2025, things took a turn. According to a YouTube video from a channel called Antonia e Adoracao, Matt announced on Instagram that he and Karen had ended their engagement. The post reportedly said they are remaining amicable and will cherish their memories. Now, keep in mind, this info comes from unverified sources, and I couldn't find the exact Instagram post myself. So, we're piecing things together here. What is clear is that Matt and Karen have been dealing with a lot of tension. Back in 2022, Karen was caught in the middle of the Roloff family drama over the farm sale. Zach and Tori were upset when Matt decided to list 16 acres of Roloff Farms for $4 million instead of selling it to one of his kids. Karen, who was close to the negotiations, got some backlash from fans who felt she was too involved in family matters. Some even speculated she wanted a share of the property, though there's no solid evidence to back that up. In season 24, Karen opened up about how painful it was to be estranged from Zach, Tori, and their kids. She said she missed the grandkids every day and didn't know how to fix things. Matt, meanwhile, was trying to rebuild his relationship with Zach, but it was a slow process. The farm drama definitely put a strain on everyone, including Matt and Karen's relationship. So, what led to the split? Some sources claim Karen was done with the show and the family drama, feeling stuck in the middle. Others say the pressure of planning a 2024 wedding that never happened might have played a role. And then there's that $1.4 million dream home Matt built. Imagine pouring all that money and effort into a house for your future together, only to break up. That's got to sting. So, where does the Roloff family go from here? Tori and Zach seem focused on their kids and their podcast, *Raising Heights Star. They've stepped away from *Little People, Big World* after 25 seasons, saying it was time to close that chapter. The house sale, whether it was $1.5 million or $3.2 million, feels like another step toward a fresh start. I'm curious to see if they'll share more about their plans, maybe a new home, a new city, or even a new project. As for Matt, he's still running Roloff Farms, though he's been trying to sell that 16-acre portion with the farmhouse since 2022. He listed it for $4 million, then $3.4 million, and now it's down to $2.9 million as of April 2025. He's also got a new TV project in the works and is spending more time in Arizona, where he loves the sunshine. But the breakup with Karen has to be tough, especially after building that dream home. Karen's been pretty quiet lately, but if she's really done with *LPBW*, she might be focusing on her own path. Maybe she'll share her side of the story someday, but for now, it sounds like she's keeping things private. The Roloff family has been through so much: divorce, family feuds, big moves, and now breakups. But they've always been resilient. I think Tori and Zach are going to keep shining as parents and creators, and Matt will keep building his legacy, even if it's without Karen by his side. As for *Little People, Big World*, The show's future is uncertain without Zach and Tori, but the Roloff story is far from over. Wow, what a journey for the Roloff family. From Tori and Zach's big house sale to Matt and Karen's surprising split, there's so much change happening. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think Tori and Zach are planning next? Are you sad about Matt and Karen's breakup? Or do you think it's for the best? Drop a comment below and let's get the conversation going.